What does it cost you to serve Jesus? If it hasn't cost you everything, it hasn't cost you enough. Do you know that Jesus says, whoever desires to come after me, he's got to deny himself, take up his cross and follow me. Whoever desires to save his life, he's going to lose it. And whoever loses his life for my sake in the Gospels shall save it. There are some hard sayings of Jesus. Jesus is saying that the cost of loving him, knowing him, being madly following head over heels in discipleship with him is worth everything in the world. Friend, has it cost you enough loving and serving Jesus? Does Jesus matter so much that the praise and the applause and the respect and the reputation pales in comparison? Do all the loves of your life take a distant second to the love of Jesus? Do you know that John, one of the disciples of Jesus, he wrote a little verse in 1 John. If anybody loves anything in the world, then the love of God is not in them. You know what it means? If you caress, make your friend to. If you love, hold on to. If you try to make the identity of the world the things that you love, then the love of God is not in you. When Jesus shows up on the scene, in Luke chapter 2, there's a baby dedication to him. It's a shocking scene. A guy named Simeon is holding on to Jesus. And in verse 34, Simeon's going to look at Mary and Joseph, and he's going to say, this baby Jesus, he is appointed for the rise and the fall of many. This Jesus is a sign, and he's going to be opposed. When you have Jesus inside of you, you have the walking, talking, living revelation of God. You have the second member of the Trinity living inside of you. That is going to be a sign to be opposed. When you're opposed, Jesus says in John 15, don't worry about it. If they persecuted me, they're going to persecute you. In fact, Peter tells us we're to rejoice. We're to make much of it. We're to have a celebration over it. And in John chapter 6, following Jesus got so hard, Jesus even turned to his own disciples and said, you see that crowd leaving me? You're going to leave me too? Friend, I want to encourage you today. Jesus is worth the cost. He's worth the price. He's worth the hardship. He's worth being madly in love with, even if everybody else flees from you. If you're lonely, if you're afraid, if you're confused, if you don't know what God's up to, don't worry. God knows what he's up to. He's up to revealing Jesus inside of you for the rise and the fall of many, a sign to be opposed. It's okay if you're opposed as long as it's about Jesus and not about you. May God get the glory, and may you not be afraid to lose everything for him.